History whispers of many great men, kings, emperors, conquerors. These figures have left indelible marks on the annals of time, their deeds echoing through the corridors of history. They have shaped the destinies of nations, led armies into battle, and forged empires that have stood the test of time. Their stories are woven into the very fabric of our collective memory, serving as both inspiration and cautionary tales for generations to come. Yet few names resonate through the millennia with the same power as Alexander the Great. His name is synonymous with conquest and ambition, a symbol of the relentless pursuit of greatness. Alexander's legacy is not just a chapter in the history books. It is a saga that has been told and retold, each time with a sense of awe and wonder. His life and achievements have transcended the boundaries of time, making him a timeless figure whose influence is still felt today. He is an enigma, a figure shrouded in legend and myth. His life a tapestry woven from extraordinary triumphs and tragic flaws. The stories of his exploits are filled with both grandeur and pathos, painting a picture of a man who was as complex as he was formidable. Alexander's life was a series of remarkable events, each more astonishing than the last, and his journey from prince to conqueror is a tale that continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world. Born a prince, he became a king, a general, a conqueror, and ultimately a legend. His ascent to power was swift and decisive, marked by a series of bold moves and strategic decisions that showcased his brilliance as a leader. From a young age, Alexander displayed a keen intellect and an insatiable curiosity, qualities that would serve him well in his future endeavors. His education under the tutelage of the philosopher Aristotle instilled in him a love for knowledge and a deep understanding of the world, shaping his worldview and guiding his actions. His story is not just about battles won and empires built, but about the boundless ambition of a man who dared to reach beyond the limits of his world. Alexander's vision was not confined to the borders of his kingdom. He dreamed of a world united under his rule, a world where different cultures and peoples could coexist and thrive. His campaigns were driven by a desire to explore the unknown, to push the boundaries of human achievement, and to leave a lasting legacy that would be remembered for generations to come. Alexander's life was short, burning bright like a meteor across the sky. In just over a decade, he accomplished what many could not achieve in a lifetime. His meteoric rise to power and his untimely death at the age of 32 have only added to the mystique surrounding his persona. The brevity of his life has made his achievements all the more remarkable, and his story serves as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of greatness. Yet in those few years he left an indelible mark on history, redrawing the map of the ancient world with his conquests. His military campaigns stretched from Greece to Egypt, from Persia to India, creating an empire that was unprecedented in its scale and scope. Alexander's conquests brought about significant cultural and political changes, influencing the course of history in ways that are still evident today. His legacy is not just one of territorial expansion, but of cultural exchange and the spread of ideas. He challenged the very notion of what one man could achieve, pushing his armies further than anyone thought possible. Alexander's leadership was characterized by his ability to inspire and motivate his troops, earning their loyalty and respect. His strategic brilliance and tactical acumen were unmatched, allowing him to outmaneuver and defeat much larger and more formidable opponents. His ability to adapt to different situations and his willingness to take risks set him apart as a military genius. From the sun-drenched plains of Persia to the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, his name echoed, a testament to his ambition and unwavering will. Alexander's campaigns took him to the farthest reaches of the known world, exposing him to diverse cultures and peoples. His encounters with these different civilizations enriched his understanding of the world and influenced his approach to governance. He sought to integrate the best aspects of these cultures into his empire, promoting a sense of unity and cooperation among his subjects. But who was the man behind the legend? What were the qualities that made him such a compelling and influential figure? Alexander's personality was a complex blend of charisma, intelligence, and determination. He possessed a magnetic presence that drew people to him, and his ability to articulate his vision and inspire others to follow him was unparalleled. His relentless pursuit of excellence and his unwavering commitment to his goals set him apart as a leader of extraordinary caliber. What drove him to conquer not just lands, but the hearts and minds of millions? Alexander's ambition was fueled by a deep-seated desire to achieve greatness and to leave a lasting legacy. He was driven by a sense of destiny, believing that he was chosen by the gods to accomplish extraordinary feats. His desire to be remembered as one of the greatest figures in history motivated him to push the boundaries of what was possible, and his ability to connect with people on a personal level helped him to win their loyalty and support. To unravel the mystery of Alexander, we must journey back to his beginnings, to the world that shaped him and the dreams that fueled his insatiable hunger for greatness. Alexander's early life was marked by a series of formative experiences that shaped his character and influenced his future actions. His upbringing in the royal court of Macedonia exposed him to the complexities of politics and governance, while his education under Aristotle instilled in him a love for knowledge and a deep understanding of the world. These experiences, combined with his natural talents and abilities, set the stage for his remarkable journey from prince to conqueror. Even today, centuries after his final victory, Alexander's name evokes a sense of awe. His legacy is not just a chapter in history books, it is a living testament to the power of vision and determination. The mere mention of his name conjures images of grand battles, strategic brilliance, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. Alexander the Great, a name that has transcended time, continues to inspire and captivate the imagination of people across the globe. He is more than a historical figure. He is a symbol of ambition, military genius, and cultural fusion. His life and achievements have become a benchmark for leaders and conquerors throughout history. Alexander's ambition knew no bounds, and his military strategies are still studied in military academies around the world. His ability to blend different cultures and create a unified empire is a testament to his visionary leadership. His life story, a thrilling saga of battles, alliances, and daring expeditions, continues to captivate historians, writers, and dreamers alike. From the early days of his reign to his untimely death, Alexander's journey was marked by a series of remarkable events that shaped the course of history. His conquests spanned continents, and his alliances with various kingdoms and tribes showcased his diplomatic acumen. Each battle he fought, each alliance he forged, added a new chapter to his legendary tale. The world remembers him not just for the vastness of his empire, but for the manner in which he built it, with audacity, strategic brilliance, and an uncanny ability to inspire loyalty in even his fiercest opponents. Alexander's military campaigns were characterized by bold and innovative tactics that often caught his enemies off guard. His ability to inspire and lead his troops, even in the face of overwhelming odds, earned him the unwavering loyalty of his soldiers. His empire, stretching from Greece to Egypt and beyond, was a testament to his unparalleled leadership and vision. Born in an era of constant warfare and shifting alliances, Alexander inherited a kingdom on the brink of greatness. The ancient world was a tumultuous place, with kingdoms rising and falling, and alliances being forged and broken. In this volatile environment, Alexander's birth marked the beginning of a new era. His early years were shaped by the political and military landscape of ancient Macedonia, a kingdom poised for greatness under the leadership of his father, Philip II. His father, Philip II of Macedon, had forged a powerful army, paving the way for his son's future conquests. Philip's military reforms and strategic innovations transformed Macedonia into a formidable power. He introduced the phalanx formation, a tactical innovation that would become a cornerstone of Alexander's military success. Under Philip's leadership, Macedonia expanded its influence and laid the groundwork for Alexander's future campaigns. Philip's vision and ambition were passed down to his son, who would take them to unprecedented heights. But while Philip dreamed of conquering Greece, Alexander's ambitions stretched far beyond the Aegean Sea. From a young age, Alexander displayed a remarkable intellect and an insatiable curiosity about the world beyond his homeland. He was tutored by the great philosopher Aristotle, who instilled in him a love for knowledge and a desire to explore new horizons. Alexander's ambitions were not limited to the conquest of Greece. He envisioned a world united under his rule, a world where different cultures and civilizations could coexist and thrive. He envisioned a world united under his rule, a world where Greek culture and learning would flourish from the shores of Greece to the banks of the Indus River. Alexander's conquests were not just about territorial expansion, they were about spreading Greek culture and ideas to the farthest corners of the known world. He established cities known as Alexandrias throughout his empire, which became centers of learning and cultural exchange. These cities facilitated the spread of Greek art, philosophy, and science, creating a lasting legacy that would influence future generations. His story is a reminder that the course of history can be changed by the will of a single individual. Alexander's life is a testament to the power of determination and vision. His ability to dream big and pursue his goals with unwavering resolve changed the course of history. His legacy serves as an inspiration to leaders and individuals alike, reminding us that one person can make a profound impact on the world. Alexander's story is a powerful reminder that greatness is not defined by the circumstances of one's birth, but by the choices one makes and the actions one takes. Alexander's conquests didn't just reshape borders, they triggered a cultural exchange unprecedented in scope. The blending of Greek and Eastern cultures gave rise to the Hellenistic period, a time of remarkable cultural and intellectual flourishing. The exchange of ideas, art, and knowledge between different civilizations enriched the cultural landscape of the ancient world. Greek art and architecture influenced the design of buildings and monuments in the East, while Eastern philosophies and traditions found their way into Greek thought. This cultural fusion created a vibrant and dynamic society that left a lasting impact on the world. Greek art, philosophy, and language spread eastward, influencing societies from Egypt to India, leaving an enduring legacy that can still be felt today. The Hellenistic period saw the rise of great philosophers, scientists, and artists who made significant contributions to human knowledge and culture. The spread of Greek language facilitated communication and trade across vast distances, creating a more interconnected world. The influence of Greek culture can still be seen in the art, architecture, and intellectual traditions of many societies today. Alexander's vision of a united world where different cultures could coexist and thrive continues to inspire and resonate with people around the globe. Despite the passage of centuries, Alexander's story still resonates with us. His life, filled with extraordinary achievements and profound impacts, continues to captivate historians, scholars, and enthusiasts alike. The ruins of ancient cities, the remnants of once great empires, and the echoes of battles long past all serve as silent witnesses to his enduring legacy. As we walk through these historical landscapes, we are reminded of the indelible mark he left on the world. His struggles, his triumphs, his ambitions, they speak to something fundamental within the human spirit. The images of warriors, the tales of historical battles, and the depictions of courage and valor are not just stories of the past, they are reflections of our own desires and aspirations. Alexander's journey from a young prince to a legendary conqueror is a testament to the power of determination and the relentless pursuit of one's dreams. We are drawn to tales of courage and conquest, of individuals who dared to defy limitations and strive for greatness. The epic conquests of Alexander, the historical events that shaped his era, and the legendary leaders who stood by his side all contribute to a narrative that transcends time. These stories inspire us to push beyond our boundaries, to challenge the status quo, and to seek greatness in our own lives. In an age of globalization and interconnectedness, Alexander's vision of a world united by common bonds takes on new significance. His empire, which stretched from Greece to Egypt and into the heart of Asia, was a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and traditions. The ancient maps of his vast territories remind us of the potential for unity and cooperation among diverse peoples. In today's world, where borders are increasingly blurred and cultures are more interconnected than ever, Alexander's dream of a united world resonates deeply. His legacy is not without its complexities. Alexander was a multifaceted figure, embodying both the virtues and vices of leadership. The duality of his character, the contrasting legacies he left behind, and the complexity of his actions make him a subject of endless fascination and debate. He was a conqueror who brought destruction and death, but also a visionary who sought to build bridges between cultures and promote understanding. He was a conqueror a warrior who waged relentless campaigns that left countless dead. The battlefields where he fought, the ancient warfare tactics he employed, and the scenes of conquest and devastation are stark reminders of the human cost of his ambitions. Yet these same campaigns also led to the spread of ideas, technologies, and cultural practices that would shape the course of history for centuries to come. Yet he was also a visionary leader, a man who believed in cultural exchange and the pursuit of knowledge. The ancient libraries he established, the scholars he patronized, and the cultural exchanges he facilitated all point to a leader who valued learning and intellectual growth. Alexander's efforts to promote knowledge and understanding among the diverse peoples of his empire laid the groundwork for a more interconnected and enlightened world. He sought to break down barriers between people, promoting a sense of unity and shared purpose amongst diverse cultures. The interactions between different cultures, the unity among ancient peoples, and the scenes of exchange and cooperation are testaments to his vision of a harmonious world. Alexander's efforts to foster mutual respect and understanding among the various cultures of his empire continue to inspire us to seek common ground and work together for a better future. To understand Alexander, we must look beyond the simplistic label of conqueror. The portraits of Alexander the Great, the historical analyses of his life and times, and the biographies of other great conquerors all provide valuable insights into his character and motivations. By examining the complexities of his personality, the nuances of his actions, and the broader historical context in which he lived, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the man behind the legend. We must delve into the complexities of his personality, his motivations, and the historical context in which he lived. The historical context of Alexander's time, the ancient history documentaries that explore his life, and the motivations of other leaders of his era all help to paint a more complete picture of his legacy. By understanding the world in which he lived, we can better appreciate the challenges he faced, the decisions he made, and the impact he had on the course of history. Only then can we begin to appreciate the full scope of his impact on the world and the enduring legacy he left behind. The legacy of Alexander the Great, the historical impact of his leadership, and the enduring influences of his conquests continue to shape our world today. From the spread of Hellenistic culture to the blending of Eastern and Western traditions, Alexander's influence can be seen in countless aspects of our modern society. His story is a reminder of the power of vision, the importance of cultural exchange, and the enduring impact of great leaders on the course of history. As we look around us, we can see the lasting effects of Alexander's conquests in the modern world. The architectural marvels that draw inspiration from ancient designs, the cultural festivals that celebrate the blending of traditions, and the cities that bear the marks of historical influences all serve as reminders of his enduring legacy. Alexander's vision of a world united by common bonds continues to inspire us to seek harmony and understanding in our own lives. In classrooms around the world, students study the life and times of Alexander the Great, drawing inspiration from his achievements and learning from his mistakes. Scholars pore over ancient texts, uncovering new insights and perspectives on his legacy. The discussions and debates that arise from these studies help to keep his story alive, ensuring that future generations will continue to learn from his example. Modern leaders often look to historical figures like Alexander for inspiration, drawing lessons from their successes and failures. Speeches referencing his vision of unity and cooperation serve as reminders of the potential for greatness that lies within each of us. As global leaders work to promote peace and understanding in an increasingly interconnected world, Alexander's legacy continues to serve as a guiding light. Artistic representations of Alexander the Great, from paintings and sculptures to films and literature, continue to captivate the public imagination. Museums showcasing artifacts from his time draw visitors from around the world, eager to catch a glimpse of the past and connect with the legacy of this legendary figure. The enduring public interest in ancient history and the fascination with Alexander's life and achievements are testaments to the lasting impact he has had on our collective consciousness. Technological advancements in archaeology and the virtual reconstructions of ancient sites have made it possible for us to explore Alexander's world in ways that were once unimaginable. Interactive exhibits and digital recreations allow us to walk in his footsteps, experiencing the grandeur of his empire and the challenges he faced. These innovations not only bring history to life, but also help us to better understand the complexities of his legacy. In today's world, global cultural exchanges and international collaborations continue to build on the foundations laid by Alexander. Modern examples of unity and cooperation, from scientific partnerships to cultural festivals, reflect his vision of a world where diverse peoples come together to share knowledge and celebrate their common humanity. Alexander's legacy serves as a reminder of the power of cultural exchange and the importance of working together to build a better future. As we reflect on Alexander's life and legacy, we are reminded of the qualities that define great leadership: vision, courage, and the ability to inspire others. His story encourages us to pursue our own dreams with determination and to strive for greatness in all that we do. By learning from his successes and his failures, we can grow as individuals and as a society, working together to create a world that reflects the best of our shared human spirit. Across the sands of time, Alexander's story continues to resonate with us, reminding us of the enduring power of vision, courage, and unity. As we look to the future, let us draw inspiration from his legacy, striving to build a world that honors the best of our past, while embracing the possibilities of our shared future. The journey of Alexander the Great is not just a tale of conquest and ambition. It is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the timeless quest for greatness. Alexander's shadow looms large over history. He is a figure both admired and criticized, his actions sparking debates that continue to this day. Some see him as a ruthless conqueror, a bringer of war and destruction. Others view him as a visionary leader, a unifier who spread Greek culture and learning throughout the ancient world. His military genius is undeniable. He was a master strategist and tactician, consistently outmaneuvering his opponents and securing improbable victories against overwhelming odds. His campaigns, characterized by bold maneuvers and lightning-fast strikes, became legendary, studied by military leaders for centuries to come. Yet his legacy extends far beyond the battlefield. Alexander was a fervent admirer of Greek culture and philosophy. He traveled with a retinue of scholars and artists, documenting the lands he conquered and promoting the exchange of ideas between East and West. His reign marked the beginning of the Hellenistic period, an era of unprecedented cultural fusion that left an indelible mark on the Mediterranean world and beyond. Section 5. Echoes of Grandeur. Even today, echoes of Alexander's grandeur can be found scattered across the globe. From the ancient city of Alexandria in Egypt, founded in his name, to the countless coins bearing his image, his influence is undeniable. He is a figure who has transcended the boundaries of time and geography, his story told and retold in countless languages, inspiring generations with his ambition and unwavering pursuit of greatness. To truly understand Alexander, we need to look beyond the romanticized image of the conquering hero. We must examine the complexities of his character, the contradictions that made him both a ruthless conqueror and a visionary leader. We must analyze his military strategies, his political acumen, and his cultural legacy, separating fact from fiction to uncover the man behind the myth. This journey will take us through sun-drenched battlefields and opulent palaces, through moments of triumph and despair. We will witness the forging of an empire, the clash of cultures, and the rise and fall of a legend. Section 6. A legacy forged in fire. The story of Alexander the Great is one that has been told and retold through the ages, a tale of ambition, conquest, and cultural transformation. His legacy is a complex and multifaceted one, shaped by both his military prowess and his visionary ideas. Alexander's legacy is a complex and multifaceted one. Born in 356 BC in the ancient kingdom of Macedon, Alexander was destined for greatness from a young age. His father, King Philip II, had already set the stage for Macedonian dominance in Greece. But it was Alexander who would take this vision to unprecedented heights. He was a warrior king who carved out a vast empire through blood and conquest. From the moment he ascended to the throne at the age of 20, Alexander embarked on a series of military campaigns that would see him conquer much of the known world. His tactical genius and unyielding determination made him a formidable force on the battlefield. His armies marched across continents, leaving a trail of both destruction and innovation in their wake. The sheer scale of his conquests is staggering. From Greece to Egypt, from Persia to India, Alexander's empire stretched across 3 continents. Each victory brought not only new territories, but also new challenges and opportunities. He challenged the established order, toppled empires, and redrew the map of the ancient world. The Persian Empire, once the most powerful in the world, fell before his relentless advance. Cities were razed and new ones were built in their place, often bearing his name, such as Alexandria in Egypt. Yet he was also a man of great ambition and vision, driven by a desire to not only conquer but to unite. Alexander's dream was not merely to amass territory, but to create a new world order where different cultures could coexist and thrive together. This vision was revolutionary for its time and set the stage for a new era in history. He envisioned a world where cultures could coexist and learn from each other, where knowledge and ideas flowed freely across borders. This was evident in his policies and actions. He actively encouraged cultural exchange and sought to blend the best of Greek and Eastern traditions. He encouraged his soldiers to embrace the customs of the people they conquered and actively promoted intermarriage to foster unity within his vast empire. This policy of integration was not without its challenges, but it laid the groundwork for a more interconnected and culturally diverse world. His reign marked the beginning of the Hellenistic Age, a period of immense cultural exchange between Greece and the East. The fusion of Greek and Eastern cultures gave rise to new forms of art, architecture, and thought, creating a rich tapestry of cultural diversity that would influence the world for centuries. Greek art, philosophy, and language spread throughout Alexander's empire, influencing the development of art, architecture, and literature for centuries to come. The works of Greek philosophers like Aristotle, who was Alexander's tutor, found new audiences and inspired generations of thinkers. The impact of this cultural fusion can still be felt today, a testament to the enduring legacy of Alexander the Great. His vision of a united world where different cultures could learn from each other and coexist peacefully remains a powerful ideal that continues to inspire us. Alexander's early life in Macedon was marked by rigorous training and education. Under the guidance of his father, King Philip II, and his tutor, the philosopher Aristotle, Alexander developed a keen intellect and a deep appreciation for Greek culture and philosophy. This foundation would later influence his approach to governance and cultural integration. Aristotle's teachings instilled in Alexander a love for knowledge and a curiosity about the world. He learned about science, medicine, philosophy, and the arts, which broadened his perspective and shaped his vision for a culturally diverse empire. This education set him apart from other conquerors of his time, who often focused solely on military prowess. From a young age, Alexander was also trained in the art of war. He participated in military campaigns alongside his father, gaining first-hand experience in strategy and combat. This combination of intellectual and military training prepared him for the monumental task of leading an empire. The assassination of King Philip II in 336 BC thrust Alexander into the role of king at the age of 20. Despite his youth, he quickly asserted his authority and quelled any dissent within the Macedonian court. His decisive actions and charismatic leadership earned him the loyalty of his troops and the respect of his peers. One of Alexander's first major achievements as king was the unification of the Greek city-states. Through a combination of diplomacy and military force, he brought the often warring states under his control, creating a unified front for his future campaigns. This unification was crucial for the success of his subsequent conquests. With Greece united, Alexander set his sights on the Persian Empire, the most powerful and wealthy empire of the time. His campaign against Persia began in 334 BC and would become one of the most legendary military endeavors in history. The Persian Empire, with its vast resources and formidable army, posed a significant challenge, but Alexander's strategic brilliance and relentless determination would ultimately lead to its downfall. The first major battle of the campaign was the Battle of Granicus, where Alexander's forces achieved a decisive victory against the Persian satraps. This victory not only boosted the morale of his troops, but also demonstrated his tactical genius. Alexander's ability to adapt to different battle conditions and his innovative use of cavalry and infantry formations set him apart as a military leader. The Battle of Issus in 333 BC was another significant victory for Alexander. Facing the Persian king Darius III, Alexander's forces once again proved their superiority. The battle was marked by Alexander's bold tactics, including a direct assault on Darius, which led to the Persian king fleeing the battlefield. This victory further solidified Alexander's reputation as an unstoppable force. One of the most challenging and remarkable feats of Alexander's campaign was the siege of Tyre in 332 BC. The city of Tyre, located on an island and heavily fortified, seemed impregnable. However, Alexander's determination and ingenuity led to the construction of a causeway, allowing his forces to breach the city's defenses. The fall of Tyre was a testament to Alexander's relentless pursuit of victory and his ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. After the conquest of Tyre, Alexander continued his march into Egypt, where he was welcomed as a liberator. In Egypt, he founded the city of Alexandria, which would become one of the most important cultural and intellectual centers of the ancient world. The city's famous library and its role as a hub of learning and scholarship were direct results of Alexander's vision for a culturally integrated empire. The decisive battle of Alexander's campaign against Persia was the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Alexander's forces achieved a resounding victory, leading to the collapse of the Persian Empire. This battle showcased Alexander's strategic brilliance and his ability to inspire and lead his troops to victory against overwhelming odds. With the Persian Empire defeated, Alexander's ambitions led him further east into India. His campaign in India was marked by both military victories and encounters with new cultures and traditions. The Battle of the Hydaspes in 326 BC against King Porus was one of the most challenging battles of his career, but it also demonstrated his respect for worthy adversaries. After the battle, Alexander treated Porus with honor and allowed him to retain his kingdom, exemplifying his approach to leadership and governance. Despite his many successes, Alexander's relentless campaigns took a toll on his health and the morale of his troops. The return journey from India was fraught with hardships, including harsh desert conditions and dwindling supplies. Alexander's determination to continue expanding his empire was met with resistance from his weary soldiers, leading to a decision to turn back. Alexander's final days were spent in Babylon, where he continued to plan future campaigns and govern his vast empire. However, in 323 BC, at the age of 32, Alexander fell ill and died under mysterious circumstances. His untimely death left a power vacuum and led to the eventual fragmentation of his empire. After his death, Alexander's empire was divided among his generals, known as the Diadochi, who fought for control over different regions. Despite the fragmentation, the cultural and intellectual legacy of Alexander's conquests endured. The Hellenistic age, marked by the spread of Greek culture and the blending of Eastern and Western traditions, continued to shape the ancient world long after his death. The impact of Alexander's legacy can still be seen in the modern world. The cities he founded, the cultural exchanges he promoted, and the ideas he championed have left an indelible mark on history. The fusion of Greek and Eastern cultures during the Hellenistic age laid the foundation for many aspects of modern civilization, from art and architecture to philosophy and science. In modern Greece, Alexander is celebrated as a national hero and a symbol of Greek pride and cultural heritage. His legacy is preserved in historical monuments, museums, and cultural heritage sites that attract visitors from around the world. The story of Alexander the Great continues to inspire and captivate people of all ages, reminding us of the enduring power of vision, ambition, and cultural exchange. As we reflect on the legacy of Alexander the Great, we're reminded of the importance of cultural exchange and the power of visionary leadership. His dream of a united world where different cultures could coexist and learn from each other remains a powerful ideal that continues to resonate in our increasingly interconnected world. The story of Alexander the Great is not just a tale of conquest and empire, it is a testament to the enduring impact of cultural fusion and the timeless quest for knowledge and understanding. Section 7, The Boy Behind the Myth. Before he was a legend, before he was Alexander the Great, he was simply Alexander, a prince born in the kingdom of Macedon in 356 BC. This small kingdom, nestled in the northern part of ancient Greece, was a land of rugged terrain and fierce warriors. The people of Macedon were known for their resilience and their unyielding spirit, traits that would come to define Alexander himself. From the moment he was born, there were whispers of greatness surrounding him. The stars, it was said, had aligned in a unique pattern on the night of his birth, signaling the arrival of a future conqueror. His world was one of constant warfare and political intrigue, where power was won and lost through both diplomacy and the might of armies. The Greek city-states were in a perpetual state of conflict, each vying for dominance. Alliances were formed and broken with alarming frequency, and betrayal was a common currency. In this volatile environment, young Alexander learned early on the importance of strategy and cunning. He watched as his father navigated the treacherous waters of Greek politics, forging alliances with some city-states while subduing others through force. These lessons in realpolitik would serve him well in his future conquests. His father, King Philip II, was a formidable warrior king who dreamed of uniting the Greek city-states under his rule. Philip was a visionary, a man who saw beyond the petty squabbles of the Greek city-states and envisioned a unified Greece. He was a master tactician, known for his innovative military strategies and his ability to inspire loyalty among his troops. Under his leadership, Macedon transformed from a relatively obscure kingdom into a dominant military power. Philip's ambition and drive were qualities that Alexander would inherit, along with a deep-seated belief in his own destiny. His mother, Olympias, was a fiercely ambitious woman, descended from the legendary Achilles and instilled in her son a belief in his own destiny. Olympias was a complex figure, a woman of intense passions and strong convictions. She was deeply religious, a devotee of the god Dionysus, and believed that her son was destined for greatness. From a young age, she told Alexander stories of his divine lineage, of how he was descended from the gods and heroes of old. These tales filled Alexander with a sense of purpose and a belief that he was destined to achieve great things. Olympias was also a shrewd political operator, and her influence on Alexander's early life cannot be overstated. Alexander's childhood was shaped by these powerful influences. He was raised in the royal court of Pella, surrounded by the trappings of power and privilege. But his upbringing was far from pampered. From a young age, he was subjected to a rigorous education, designed to prepare him for the responsibilities of kingship. His tutors were some of the finest minds of the age, and they instilled in him a love of learning and a curiosity about the world. Alexander's education was not limited to the classroom. He was also trained in the arts of war, learning to ride, to fight, and to command. These skills would prove invaluable in his later life as he led his armies on campaigns that would change the course of history. He grew up surrounded by warriors and scholars, trained from a young age in the arts of war and diplomacy. His father ensured that he was exposed to the best military training available, and Alexander quickly proved himself to be a natural leader. He had a keen tactical mind and an ability to inspire those around him, but his education was not solely focused on warfare. He was also taught the principles of governance and diplomacy, learning how to navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized Greek politics. This dual focus on military and political training would serve him well in his future endeavors. He learned to ride, to fight, and to command, displaying a natural aptitude for leadership and a thirst for knowledge that impressed all who knew him. His instructors marveled at his quick mind and his ability to grasp complex concepts with ease. He was a voracious reader, devouring texts on a wide range of subjects, from philosophy to science to history. His favorite works were the Homeric epics, which he read and reread with a fervor that bordered on obsession. These stories of heroism and adventure captured his imagination and fueled his desire to achieve greatness. Alexander's thirst for knowledge was matched only by his ambition, and he was determined to leave his mark on the world. His upbringing was anything but ordinary. While other children played, Alexander was immersed in a world of learning and training. His days were filled with lessons and exercises designed to hone his mind and body. He was taught by some of the greatest thinkers of the age, including the philosopher Aristotle, who served as his tutor for several years. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander developed a love of philosophy and a deep appreciation for the natural world. He was also exposed to a wide range of cultures and ideas, which would later influence his approach to governance and conquest. While other children played, Alexander immersed himself in Homeric epics, dreaming of emulating the heroic deeds of Achilles and other legendary figures. These stories of gods and heroes, of epic battles and grand adventures captivated his imagination. He saw himself as a modern-day Achilles, destined to achieve great things and to be remembered for all time. This belief in his own destiny was a driving force in his life, pushing him to strive for greatness and to never settle for mediocrity. The lessons he learned from these stories would shape his approach to leadership and his vision for the future. His imagination soared as he listened to tales of gods and monsters, of valiant heroes and far-off lands. These stories were more than just entertainment for Alexander. They were a source of inspiration and a guide for his own ambitions. He dreamed of emulating the great heroes of old, of achieving feats that would be remembered for generations to come. This sense of purpose and destiny was instilled in him from a young age, and it would drive him to achieve the seemingly impossible. Alexander's dreams were not limited to the realm of fantasy. He was determined to turn them into reality. These stories ignited within him a spark, a yearning for adventure and a desire to leave his mark on the world. He was not content to live a life of comfort and ease. He wanted to achieve greatness and to be remembered for all time. This burning ambition would drive him to push the boundaries of what was possible, to take risks and to strive for the extraordinary. Alexander's journey was just beginning, but already the seeds of his future greatness had been sown. The boy behind the myth was on the path to becoming a legend. Section 8. The Making of a King. The story of Alexander the Great is one of the most fascinating tales in history. His journey from a young prince to one of the most formidable conquerors the world has ever seen is a testament to his extraordinary abilities and the unique circumstances that shaped him. This chapter delves into the early years of Alexander, focusing on the critical elements that contributed to his development as a leader and a king. Alexander's education was as unconventional as his upbringing. Unlike other children of his age who might have been content with basic education, Alexander was exposed to a world of knowledge and ideas that were far beyond his years. His father, King Philip II of Macedon, understood the importance of a well-rounded education and sought to provide his son with the best possible learning environment. Recognizing his son's sharp intellect and thirst for knowledge, King Philip summoned the most renowned scholar in Greece, Aristotle, to be his tutor. Aristotle, a student of Plato and a towering figure in the world of philosophy, brought with him a wealth of knowledge and a unique approach to teaching. He was not just a teacher, but a mentor who would shape Alexander's thinking and worldview in profound ways. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander's mind blossomed. The young prince was introduced to a wide array of subjects, including philosophy, science, mathematics, and the arts. Aristotle's teaching methods were innovative and engaging, encouraging Alexander to think deeply and critically about the world around him. This intellectual stimulation was crucial in developing Alexander's analytical skills and his ability to approach problems from multiple perspectives. He delved into the world of philosophy, logic, and ethics, developing a keen intellect and a profound respect for knowledge. Aristotle's teachings were not limited to theoretical knowledge. He also emphasized the practical application of these ideas. Alexander learned to appreciate the importance of logic and reason in making decisions, a skill that would serve him well in his future endeavors. Aristotle instilled in his young student a love of learning, a thirst for knowledge that would stay with him throughout his life. This passion for learning was not just about acquiring information. It was about understanding the deeper truths of the world and using that understanding to make a positive impact. Alexander's education was a journey of discovery, one that would shape his character and his destiny. He taught Alexander to think critically, to question assumptions, and to approach challenges with both courage and reason. These lessons were not just academic exercises. They were life skills that would help Alexander navigate the complexities of leadership and the challenges of conquest. Aristotle's influence on Alexander was profound, shaping his approach to problem-solving and decision-making in ways that would have a lasting impact. These lessons would prove invaluable as Alexander navigated the complexities of leadership and the challenges of conquest. As he grew older, Alexander would face numerous obstacles and adversaries, but his education had prepared him to meet these challenges head-on. His ability to think strategically, to inspire his followers, and to adapt to changing circumstances were all skills that he had honed under Aristotle's tutelage. But Aristotle's teachings went beyond mere academics. He understood that true education was about more than just imparting knowledge. It was about shaping character and instilling values. Aristotle's lessons on ethics and morality were integral to Alexander's development, teaching him the importance of virtue, justice, and the pursuit of excellence in all endeavors. He emphasized the importance of virtue, justice, and the pursuit of excellence in all endeavors. These principles were not just abstract concepts. They were guiding lights that would influence Alexander's actions and decisions throughout his life. Aristotle taught Alexander that true greatness was not just about power and conquest, but about leading with integrity and making a positive impact on the world. He instilled in Alexander a belief in the power of reason and the importance of leading by example. This belief would become a cornerstone of Alexander's leadership philosophy, shaping his interactions with both his followers and those he conquered. Alexander understood that true leadership was about more than just giving orders. It was about inspiring others to follow and to strive for greatness. These principles would form the cornerstone of Alexander's leadership philosophy, shaping his interactions with both his followers and those he conquered. As he embarked on his campaigns, Alexander carried with him the lessons he had learned from Aristotle, using them to guide his actions and decisions. His ability to lead with wisdom and integrity would earn him the loyalty of his followers and the respect of his adversaries, cementing his legacy as one of history's greatest leaders. Beyond the classroom, Alexander's education continued on the training grounds. King Philip ensured that his son was not only intellectually prepared, but also physically capable. Alexander trained rigorously with the Macedonian army, learning the art of war and the importance of discipline and strategy. These experiences were crucial in shaping his understanding of military tactics and leadership. The combination of intellectual and physical training created a well-rounded individual who was ready to face the challenges of leadership. Alexander's education was a blend of mind and body, theory and practice, preparing him for the multifaceted role he would eventually assume. His ability to lead both in the classroom and on the battlefield set him apart from other leaders of his time. As Alexander grew older, his education continued to evolve. He began to take on more responsibilities, learning the intricacies of governance and diplomacy. King Philip involved him in matters of state, allowing him to observe and participate in the decision-making process. This hands-on experience was invaluable, providing Alexander with a practical understanding of leadership and governance. Alexander's exposure to the complexities of governance and diplomacy further honed his skills as a leader. He learned to navigate the delicate balance of power, to negotiate with foreign dignitaries, and to make decisions that would impact the future of his kingdom. These experiences were crucial in preparing him for the challenges he would face as a ruler. Throughout his education, Alexander's relationship with Aristotle remained a cornerstone of his development. The bond between teacher and student was one of mutual respect and admiration. Aristotle's influence on Alexander was profound, shaping not only his intellect, but also his character and values. This relationship was a testament to the power of mentorship and the lasting impact it can have on an individual's life. The lessons Alexander learned from Aristotle would stay with him throughout his life, guiding his actions and decisions. The values of virtue, justice, and excellence that Aristotle instilled in him would become the guiding principles of his leadership. Alexander's ability to lead with wisdom and integrity was a direct result of the education and mentorship he received from Aristotle. As Alexander embarked on his campaigns, the lessons he had learned from Aristotle were put to the test. His ability to think strategically, to inspire his followers, and to lead with integrity were all skills that he had honed under Aristotle's tutelage. These qualities would prove invaluable as he faced the challenges of conquest and leadership. The making of a king is a complex and multifaceted process, one that involves not only the acquisition of knowledge and skills, but also the development of character and values. Alexander's education under Aristotle was a crucial element in his journey to becoming one of history's greatest leaders. The lessons he learned and the values he embraced would shape his legacy and leave an indelible mark on the world. Alexander's legacy is a testament to the power of education and mentorship. The knowledge and values he acquired from Aristotle played a pivotal role in his success as a leader and a conqueror. His ability to lead with wisdom, integrity, and courage was a direct result of the education he received. The making of a king is not just about power and conquest, it is about the development of character and the pursuit of excellence. The story of Alexander the Great continues to inspire and educate future generations. His journey from a young prince to a legendary conqueror is a reminder of the importance of education, mentorship, and the pursuit of excellence. The lessons he learned from Aristotle are timeless, offering valuable insights into the qualities that make a great leader. As we reflect on the making of a king, we are reminded of the enduring impact of education and mentorship. The story of Alexander and Aristotle is a powerful example of how knowledge and values can shape an individual's destiny. It is a testament to the transformative power of education and the lasting legacy of great teachers and mentors. The making of a king is a journey of discovery, growth, and transformation. Alexander's story is a testament to the power of education, the importance of mentorship, and the enduring impact of great leaders. His legacy continues to inspire and educate, reminding us of the qualities that make a true leader and the values that define greatness. Section 9, Aristotle's Pupil, Destiny's Protégé. Under Aristotle's tutelage, Alexander blossomed. He devoured knowledge, excelling in philosophy, politics, and strategy. He was particularly drawn to Homer's epics, seeing himself in the heroes of old, yearning for his own chance at greatness. This thirst for knowledge, for understanding the world and its people, would later define his reign and distinguish him from other conquerors. He was no ordinary student. Headstrong and ambitious, he questioned everything, debated fiercely, and pushed himself and those around him to their limits. He possessed a rare combination of charisma and intellect, effortlessly commanding attention and inspiring loyalty in everyone he met. It was clear that he was destined for great things. The seeds of ambition, sown in his childhood and nurtured by Aristotle's teachings, began to sprout. He observed his father's conquests, learned from his strategies, and yearned to prove himself on the battlefield. The world, it seemed, was not vast enough to contain the dreams and aspirations of the young prince. Section 10, From Pella to the World's End. Alexander's destiny unfolded on the world stage. Born in 356 BC in Pella, the ancient capital of Macedon, Alexander was destined for greatness from the very beginning. His father, King Philip II, was a formidable ruler and military strategist who had transformed Macedon into a powerful kingdom. His mother, Olympias, was a strong-willed and ambitious woman who instilled in Alexander a sense of destiny and divine purpose. At the age of 16, he led his first military campaign, showcasing his courage and strategic brilliance. This early foray into the world of warfare was not just a test of his mettle, but a clear indication of his future potential. Under the tutelage of his father and the great philosopher Aristotle, Alexander was groomed to be a leader both in battle and in thought. Aristotle's teachings imbued him with a love for knowledge, philosophy, and the arts, which would later influence his vision of a united world. He tasted victory early, securing his father's northern borders and proving himself a capable commander. These early victories were crucial in building his reputation among the Macedonian nobility and the army. They saw in him not just the son of their king, but a leader who could inspire and lead them to greater glories. His tactical genius was evident even in these formative years, as he employed innovative strategies and displayed an uncanny ability to read the battlefield. This early success only fueled his ambition, hinting at the extraordinary feats he would achieve. Alexander was not content with merely defending his kingdom. He had a vision that extended far beyond the borders of Macedon. He dreamt of an empire that would rival the greatest in history, one that would spread Greek culture and influence across the known world. This ambition was not just a personal desire, but a continuation of his father's dream of uniting the Greek city-states and leading them in a grand campaign against the Persian Empire. When Philip was assassinated in 336 BC, Alexander ascended to the throne of Macedon. The circumstances of Philip's assassination remain shrouded in mystery, with various theories suggesting political intrigue, personal vendettas, or even Olympias's involvement. Regardless of the true cause, Philip's death was a turning point in Alexander's life. At just 20 years old, he found himself thrust into the role of king, with all the responsibilities and challenges that came with it. At the young age of 20, he inherited a powerful kingdom and his father's unfinished dream, the conquest of Greece. Alexander wasted no time in consolidating his power. He swiftly dealt with potential rivals and dissenters, securing his position as king. His first major challenge was to assert his authority over the Greek city-states, many of which had rebelled upon hearing of Philip's death. Through a combination of diplomacy and military might, Alexander managed to bring the Greek states back under Macedonian control, solidifying his leadership and setting the stage for his future conquests. But Alexander had even grander ambitions. He was not content with merely uniting Greece. He envisioned an empire that would stretch across continents, encompassing diverse cultures and peoples. His ambition was fueled by a desire to achieve eternal glory and to leave a legacy that would be remembered for millennia. This vision was not just about territorial expansion, but about creating a new world order where Greek culture, philosophy, and governance would be the guiding principles. He envisioned an empire that stretched beyond the known world, a realm where Greek culture and learning would flourish from the shores of the Mediterranean to the distant east. This vision was revolutionary for its time. While previous empires had focused on conquest and domination, Alexander's dream was to create a cosmopolitan empire where knowledge, art, and culture could thrive. He saw himself not just as a conqueror, but as a unifier, bringing together the best of different civilizations to create a harmonious and enlightened world. His vision extended beyond mere conquest. Alexander's campaigns were not just about expanding his territory, but about spreading Greek culture and ideas. He established cities known as Alexandrias throughout his empire, which became centers of learning and cultural exchange. These cities were strategically located to facilitate trade and communication, helping to integrate the diverse regions of his empire. Alexander encouraged the blending of cultures, promoting marriages between his soldiers and local women, and adopting elements of the customs and traditions of the lands he conquered. He dreamt of uniting the world under a single banner, creating a cosmopolitan empire where diverse cultures could coexist and learn from one another. This dream was reflected in his policies and actions. He respected the religions and traditions of the people he conquered, often participating in their rituals and ceremonies. He sought to create a sense of unity and common purpose among his subjects, fostering loyalty and cooperation. His vision of a united world was not just a political strategy, but a genuine belief in the potential for human progress and harmony. This dream, this burning ambition, would propel him forward, leading him on a journey of conquest and discovery that would forever alter the course of history. Alexander's campaigns took him from the deserts of Egypt to the mountains of Afghanistan, from the plains of Persia to the jungles of India. Along the way, he encountered diverse cultures, faced formidable enemies, and overcame incredible challenges. His journey was not just a series of military victories, but a quest for knowledge, understanding, and the realization of his grand vision. His legacy endures to this day, a testament to the power of ambition, vision, and the human spirit. Section 11. The Seeds of Ambition. Alexander's ambition was not born of mere lust for power. From a young age, he was surrounded by stories of legendary heroes and epic battles. His education, under the tutelage of the great philosopher Aristotle, instilled in him a profound appreciation for the tales of Greek mythology and the virtues of courage, honor, and glory. These stories were not just entertainment for the young prince, they were a blueprint for his future. It was fueled by a deeper desire, a yearning to emulate the heroes of Greek mythology, to etch his name alongside Achilles and Hercules in the annals of history. Achilles, the invincible warrior of the Trojan War, and Hercules, the demigod known for his incredible strength and heroic labors, were more than just figures of legend to Alexander. They were ideals to strive towards, embodiments of the ultimate warrior and leader. He saw himself as a force of destiny, chosen by the gods to unite the world and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity. This belief was not mere arrogance, it was a deeply held conviction that guided his every action. Alexander believed that his conquests were not just for personal glory, but were part of a divine plan to bring order and civilization to the known world. His early campaigns in Greece solidified his reputation as a brilliant military strategist and a ruthless conqueror. From the Battle of Cheronea, where he demonstrated his tactical genius by leading the decisive cavalry charge, to the sieges of Thebes and Athens, Alexander's military prowess was undeniable. His ability to inspire and lead his men, combined with his innovative tactics, made him a formidable force on the battlefield. He crushed rebellions with swiftness and brutality, demonstrating both his military prowess and his unwavering determination. When Thebes revolted against Macedonian rule, Alexander responded with overwhelming force, razing the city to the ground and selling its inhabitants into slavery. This ruthless action served as a stark warning to other Greek city-states about the consequences of defying him. The Greek city-states, once fragmented and resistant to Macedonian rule, soon bowed before his might. The League of Corinth, a federation of Greek states under Macedonian hegemony, was established, and Alexander was appointed its leader. This unification of Greece under his command was a crucial step in his grand vision of conquest. With Greece secure, Alexander set his sights eastward, towards the vast and wealthy Persian Empire. The Persian Empire, with its immense resources and sprawling territories, represented the ultimate prize for any ambitious conqueror. Alexander's desire to conquer Persia was not just about wealth and power, it was about fulfilling his destiny and proving himself as the greatest leader of all time. The Persian king, Darius III, scoffed at the young Macedonian king's ambitions, dismissing him as a brash and inexperienced upstart. Darius, confident in the might of his empire and the strength of his armies, underestimated the threat posed by Alexander. He saw the Macedonian king as nothing more than a minor nuisance, easily dealt with by his seasoned generals. Little did he know that he was facing a force unlike any the world had ever seen, a leader whose ambition and military genius would soon shake the very foundations of the Persian Empire. Alexander's invasion of Persia was meticulously planned and executed with precision. His crossing of the Hellespont marked the beginning of a campaign that would see him achieve a series of stunning victories, from the Battle of Granicus to the decisive Battle of Gaugamela. Each victory not only expanded his empire, but also solidified his reputation as one of history's greatest military minds. Alexander's early life was marked by a rigorous education and training. His father, King Philip II of Macedon, ensured that he was well prepared for the responsibilities of leadership. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander studied philosophy, science, medicine, and literature. This education not only broadened his knowledge, but also shaped his worldview, instilling in him a sense of purpose and destiny. The relationship between Alexander and his father was complex. While Philip was a formidable king and military leader, Alexander often felt overshadowed by his father's achievements. This sense of rivalry fueled his ambition, driving him to surpass his father's legacy and carve out his own place in history. The assassination of Philip in 336 BC thrust Alexander onto the throne at the age of 20, a moment that marked the beginning of his meteoric rise. One of Alexander's most remarkable qualities was his ability to inspire and lead his troops. He shared in their hardships, fought alongside them in battle, and rewarded their loyalty with generosity. This bond between leader and soldiers was a key factor in his success. His men were not just followers, they were devoted to him, willing to follow him to the ends of the earth. Alexander's vision extended beyond mere conquest. He dreamed of a world where East and West were united, where cultures and peoples could coexist in harmony. This vision was reflected in his policies of cultural integration, such as encouraging marriages between his soldiers and local women, and adopting elements of Persian dress and customs. He sought to create a new blended culture that would endure long after his conquests were complete. The legacy of Alexander the Great is profound and far-reaching. His conquests spread Greek culture and ideas across 3 continents, laying the foundations for the Hellenistic world. His military tactics and strategies are still studied in military academies today, but perhaps his greatest legacy is the idea that one man's vision and ambition can change the course of history. Alexander's life and achievements continue to inspire leaders and dreamers around the world. Alexander's untimely death at the age of 32 left his empire in turmoil. Without a clear successor, his vast territories were divided among his generals, leading to years of conflict and fragmentation. Despite this, the cultural and intellectual impact of his conquests endured, influencing the development of the Roman Empire and shaping the course of Western civilization. In modern times, Alexander's ambition is often seen as a double-edged sword. While his achievements are celebrated, his relentless pursuit of glory and power also led to immense suffering and destruction. Historians and scholars continue to debate the true nature of his legacy, examining the complexities of his character and the consequences of his actions. Alexander's influence extends beyond history and into the realms of art, literature, and culture. His life has been the subject of countless works, from ancient texts to modern films and novels. Artists and writers have been captivated by his story, exploring themes of heroism, ambition, and the human condition. His image, often depicted in statues and paintings, remains a symbol of strength and determination. The enduring fascination with Alexander the Great speaks to the timeless nature of his story. He embodies the archetype of the hero, a figure who rises above ordinary limitations to achieve extraordinary feats. His life challenges us to consider the nature of ambition, the costs of greatness, and the impact one individual can have on the world. As we reflect on his legacy, we are reminded of the power of dreams and the enduring quest for glory. In the end, Alexander the Great's ambition was both his greatest strength and his greatest weakness. It drove him to achieve unparalleled success, but it also led to his downfall. His story is a testament to the complexities of human nature and the enduring allure of greatness. As we look back on his life, we are left with a profound sense of awe and wonder at the indomitable spirit of one of history's most iconic figures. Section 12, A Glimpse into the Journey Ahead. As we embark on this journey, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of history where the past and present converge to tell the tale of one of the most enigmatic figures in human history. This is not just a story of a man, but a saga of an era that shaped the world as we know it today. The story of Alexander the Great is a tapestry woven from grand battles and daring conquests, from acts of great generosity and moments of shocking brutality. His life was a whirlwind of events, each more dramatic than the last, painting a picture of a man driven by an insatiable desire for glory and power. From the tender age of 20, when he ascended to the throne of Macedon, Alexander's life was marked by a series of relentless campaigns that took him from the familiar lands of Greece to the farthest reaches of the known world. It is a story of ambition and loss, of triumph and tragedy, a story that continues to resonate centuries after his death. His victories were monumental, reshaping the political landscape of the ancient world, but they came at a great cost. The ruins of once great cities stand as silent witnesses to the devastation wrought by his armies, while the tales of those who suffered and perished in his wake remind us of the human cost of his ambition. Yet, amidst the destruction, there were moments of profound cultural exchange and the spread of Hellenistic ideals that would influence civilizations for generations to come. In the chapters that follow, we will journey alongside Alexander, retracing his steps from the battlefields of Greece to the banks of the Indus River. We will traverse the rugged terrains of Asia Minor, cross the scorching deserts of Egypt, and navigate the treacherous mountain passes of the Hindu Kush. Each step of the way, we will uncover the challenges he faced, the strategies he employed, and the indomitable spirit that drove him ever forward. We will witness the pivotal moments that defined his campaigns, from the decisive Battle of Issus to the legendary Siege of Tyre and the ultimate confrontation with King Darius III of Persia. We will witness his meteoric rise to power, the forging of an empire that stretched across continents, and the legacy he left behind. Alexander's empire was a marvel of its time, a vast expanse that brought together diverse cultures and peoples under a single rule. His coronation as the King of Asia marked the zenith of his power, a moment of unparalleled triumph that solidified his place in history. But his empire was not just a testament to his military prowess, it was also a crucible of cultural fusion where Greek and Eastern traditions melded to create a rich tapestry of art, science, and philosophy. We will delve into the mind of a military genius, exploring the strategies and tactics that made him one of the greatest conquerors in history. Alexander's brilliance on the battlefield was matched only by his ability to inspire and lead his men. His innovative use of the phalanx formation, combined with his mastery of cavalry maneuvers, allowed him to outmaneuver and outfight opponents who often outnumbered him. We will examine the key battles that showcased his tactical genius, from the cunning use of terrain at the Battle of Gaugamela to the audacious crossing of the Hydaspes River. Through these analyses, we will gain insight into the mind of a commander who was always several steps ahead of his enemies. But more than just recounting his military exploits, we will seek to understand the man behind the legend. Alexander was a complex figure, a man of contradictions who could be both magnanimous and ruthless, visionary and pragmatic. We will delve into his personal life, exploring his relationships with those closest to him, from his trusted generals to his family members. We will uncover the influences that shaped his character, from the teachings of his mentor, Aristotle, to the legacy of his father, King Philip II. Through these explorations, we will attempt to unravel the enigma of Alexander, to understand the motivations that drove him and the dreams that haunted him. We will explore his motivations, his complexities, and his enduring impact on the course of history. Alexander's ambition was boundless, fueled by a desire to achieve eternal glory and to surpass the deeds of legendary heroes like Achilles. But his quest for greatness was also marked by moments of introspection and doubt, as he grappled with the responsibilities of leadership and the burdens of his conquests. We will examine the philosophical and ethical dilemmas he faced, the decisions that defined his legacy, and the ways in which his actions reverberated through the ages. From the spread of Hellenistic culture to the inspiration he provided to future leaders like Julius Caesar and Napoleon Bonaparte, Alexander's influence is undeniable and far-reaching. Prepare yourself, dear reader, for a journey through time, a journey into the heart of an empire, a journey into the legend of Alexander the Great. As we traverse the annals of history, we will not only recount the events that shaped his life, but also reflect on the broader implications of his legacy. We will consider the ways in which his conquests reshaped the world, the cultural exchanges that enrich civilizations, and the enduring myths that continue to captivate our imagination. This is a journey that will take us beyond the mere facts and dates into the realm of ideas and ideals, where the past and present converge to illuminate the timeless story of a man who dared to dream beyond the horizon. So, let us embark on this odyssey together as we uncover the many facets of Alexander the Great and the indelible mark he left on the tapestry of history.